All right, let's just do it now because I don't
Let's
want.
just fucking do it.
Let's just do it. I can't wait to yell at you when the fucking when you drive through a tunnel.
There we go. So okay, are we recording? Are we live?
You called all fired up, but I said I we might as well just do it now. I mean, there's no
Are
reason
we
to.
live though? Are we live?
I mean, we're live. We're not broadcasting out to the world live, but we're recording.
So I just want everybody to know that if you can't hear me, it's your fault today.
It's
not mine.
It's still your fault. I just made a decision to record instead of waiting for you to get home at 7:30 at night. I mean, it's so Listen, I just don't.
But look, after last week's debacle, where I'm getting messages the next day like, "Oh, it's you, Grumpy Ben is right. It's you." I'm like, this motherfucker set me up.
Yeah,
now you're setting me up again.
Yeah, but you get those messages like every other week.
This is true. Why do they take your side?
Because I'm right. It's not taking a side. There's facts and fiction. There's right and there's wrong. I mean, this is not like gray areas here. This is black and white, buddy. You always bet on black over here, so you know what I mean.
I am fired up because I'm fired up today.
Yeah, why are you fired up?
So okay, I call you just now. You answered the phone and you said, "What are you eating, fatty?"
No.
Right?
I said, "What are you eating?" I never called you fatty. You just heard. You added that in your own head because you got a guilty conscience. I do call you fatty a lot, but I haven't insulted you in this one yet.
Well, so anyway, you called me fatty. I'm pretty sure you did.
But this is my tradition. When I call you, when you answer phone, the first thing I say is, "What are you eating?"
And usually I'm eating. You're usually correct. It's 6:22 p.m. here on the Eastern Coast Standard Time. I have not eaten today. I had a coffee, a water, and a sugar-free Gatorade because I am with my boss and his boss, and they were late today getting here. A whole different story. And when they called, they said, "We're just picking up burgers. Do you want to drive through the drive-through, and like you'll have to see?" I said, "No. Go to lunch without me." And I thought I would have time to scoop my own meal. No, I already eaten today. I'm so hungry, my arms hurt. Does that even make sense? Because that's how I feel right now. I am so hungry, I'm angry.
No,
I'm angry.
It doesn't make sense at all. Your arms hurting. But I mean, this is how often you eat now that you just you haven't eaten. It's only 6:00. I mean, it's not like you've gone 2 days without food. I mean, you got to rein it in, buddy.
No, I feel like I'm eating my stomach is eating itself right now.
Trust me. As fat as you are, you're not even close to starving yet, okay? You got plenty of reserves in you.
You think?
I know. There's no think.
I will tell you though, I did glance into a mirror today as I was walking by in one of the stores, and I caught one of those mirrors on the pole.
Yeah.
And I caught a glimpse of myself, and I was like, I have a new purple.
A new purple what?
Jeez, I look like fucking a purple Nike shirt, polo, and I walked by the mirror, and I was like, oh my god, I look like fucking Barney.
You look like Grimace from fucking McDonald's.
Fucking Grimace or Barney. Yeah, I'm just a big purple fat fuck is what I look like.
Big purple blob.
But I walked, and I kind of walked past it. I took 2 steps back, and I looked in the mirror. And my boss was like, "Everything all right?" I was like, "I'm just fat." And I just kept walking. And he was like, "All right." He literally was like, "All right." So I just kept going. And I was like, wow, my stomach is and it's only my stomach. It's so bad.
At some point, they're going to go, Anthony, we are a... You're
an insurance
liability? You're an insurance liability? Or you no longer physically represent our brand?
That can happen.
We've reached out. We didn't want to just fire you. We reached out to us. I reached out to some people I know, and Arby's has a job comparable to the one we have here with you. So we're just gonna slide you over there to sling roast beef.
Oh my god, that's really the point. It's that, and I'm so hungry right now. I have a headache. I'm starving, absolutely starving.
Yeah, poor you. Yeah, poor you. You haven't eaten in fucking.
Yeah, poor me.
You haven't eaten in like 12 hours. The world's coming to an end.
And the best part is, there's a reason I didn't go to lunch with them. You take one guess where they went for lunch in Atlanta. One guess.
I have no idea.
What's a famous Atlanta staple?
Oh, they didn't go to
Whatever.
the varsity, did they?
They went to the fucking
Oh,
varsity.
the most
And
overrated shithole in the on the.
I said, no, I'm passing. So when I got there, my boss was like, I was like, lunch was good or whatever. He's like, we went to the varsity, but the other guy's not from here. So the varsity, it's something special to him. Like he's like, I haven't been to the varsity in 10 years. I was like, it's still the same shit food. So I was like, what'd you get? My boss is like, 2 chili dogs. It was probably a bad idea. So I was like, I am so glad I didn't go. 'Cause I would have been sick as shit.
Yeah, they are the most overrated fucking place.
Right. And for those who don't know, the varsity is a famous, I guess you would say, burger hot dog joint in Atlanta.
It's a landmark in Atlanta.
It's a landmark for sure. It is.
Yeah.
And when you go in, they say, "What do you have? What do you have?" That's like their slogan.
But they are
tagline.
totally resting on their reputation, and their reputation
100%.
isn't what it used to be. That place may have been fine before people took pride in making burgers. But no. Now I'd go to the
Vortex.
I'd rather go to the Vortex than the Varsity. 8 days out of the week,
Right.
I'd rather go to the Vortex than the Varsity.
100%.
Varsity,
not.
The problem with the Varsity is it's not good, but that every fucking food show, those travel shows, when they're in Atlanta, it's one of the 3 or 4 stops.
Always.
So, like, it's embedded in people's brains. Oh, when I go to Atlanta, I gotta go to Varsity. Everyone says you gotta go to Varsity. Everyone goes to Varsity. It's always on the TV. Blah, blah. It's terrible. Don't do it.
I had a guy visit here from Houston, Texas, and he gets off the plane. I pick him from the airport, and I said, "You hungry?" He goes, "Can we go to the varsity?" I said, "Come on, man, really?" He goes, I've seen it on Food Network on like diners, drive-ins, and dives."
Right.
And I said, "Yeah, it's a fucking disgusting." So I took him. We went, and he had a chili cheese dog and like some fucking weird burger. And like 45 minutes later, he's like, "I'm sick." I was like, "I could have told you that, pal."
You literally should
diarrhea sandwich.
I mean, you shouldn't let in that instance. You should have taken over. You should have been like, "I'm calling an audible. You're not going."
That night we went to dinner at the Vortex, though. The Vortex is a burger. There's 2 of them here now. There's 2 in Atlanta. It's a burger joint that has like weird fucking burgers, like crazy weird shit. It's also the only place I ever got sweet potato fries, and they give you marshmallow, like a melted marshmallow to dip it in.
No, the Ale House does that. What are you talking about? Everybody does
I
that.
never had an Ale House.
Yeah. You're an amateur hour.
I got an Ale House gift card. I may need to go to Ale House tonight for dinner.
Dude, Quarterdeck does that. I'm trying to think where else. Yeah, almost.
I never had that before anywhere.
Buddy. Yeah, buddy.
No.
You need to get. You're failing in life these days.
The Vortex is 18 and over. Did you know that? Kids can't go in there.
Really? That's awesome. That's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Why is
the Vortex when you walk in?
What, do they show porn on the TV or something?
There's a giant penis when you walk in. Do you remember that?
No.
It's a giant penis sculpture, and it says you're supposed to rub the penis 3 times for good luck. So everybody jerks the penis off.
I don't recall that at all.
Right when you walk in.
I believe you. I don't recall
it. Jerk the penis off.
I've only ever eaten there once, so I know it was it was like a decade ago.
I've been there twice.
It was a decade ago, so I don't remember.
Oh. Yeah, good old Vortex penis rub.
So you're mad because you didn't eat? Is that it?
I'm starving.
I mean,
so then they're like, obviously it's like a big visit for me, and they're like, hey, we're not trying to skip out on dinner, but my boss's boss has a family here, so he's gonna go hang out with them tonight. And I said, no, that's cool. I gotta go home. I'll feed the kids. And they're like, tomorrow night can you do dinner? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just throw something in the crock pot. Those kids can feed themselves.
Right.
But actually, Eric and Emily will be there, so I don't even think it'll matter.
Just call a pizza up to go to the house. Screw it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm hungry. But I'm at the point right now that I'm so hungry. Like, when you're hungry and your stomach is burnt, like it's actually burning, and I feel like empty, and I'm nauseous, and of course, I took a shit today, so I'm double empty now. And I'm so hungry that I'm gonna overeat as usual, but I'm gonna overeat tonight. It's gonna happen,
I mean, I feel like
no doubt.
yeah, that's how you get to where you are, by just constantly overeating.
But I don't even want to weigh myself anymore because I'm afraid of the number.
I can't wait. I can't wait. You're gonna put it off for too long, and you're gonna go way past the number you were fearing to like some new number. That's
I hope I don't get the 300 accidentally.
no. I was gonna say like no. I was gonna say like 285 or something.
Yeah,
I don't think you can.
I don't know. Maybe my cap is like 270. I don't think I can go over that.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that soon
I'm still
enough.
kind of active. I shoot hoops. I walk when I'm at work.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
sit at my desk all day.
Well, maybe you should get more work done.
No, but so this morning I get to one of my stores and I'm there before them, and I remember like 3 weeks ago they had a hidden candy tray, like a bowl, and I went right to that spot and I opened it and it wasn't there, and the girl I didn't know she was behind me, and she's like, "Are you looking for the candy?" I was like, "No, no, no, no. I was just checking out, see if you're clean in here. The cabinets are clean." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Why? Do you have candy?" She's like, "Yeah, it's in the office." I was like, "Oh,
You've-
yeah."
You
They,
are
they know me too well.
way too well. And she knew you were lying. Why even lying? Just embrace it, man. Just
I don't want to look like I'm that fat. Like I may appear to be fat. I don't want to like seem like I'm mentally fat too. So
I feel
yeah.
like yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna switch subjects.
Yeah, I was gonna switch subjects too, but I can't remember what the subject was. I feel like we talked about something that I was like, we have to talk about that on the podcast. And
But I was gonna say this, and I know you'll probably do a backflip and fall off the couch, but Blake Chadwick asking me about the show on Saturday. And me ignoring him, and you calling me and going, "Are you ignoring him?" That was classic. I'm not going to the show Saturday.
Yeah, have you at least told the promoter?
No.
Are you just gonna no show, no call?
No, I'll text him tonight and say, "Hey, not going to be able to make it. Got my boss in town. It's been a rough week." I don't know. I'll make something up.
Well, I mean, technically that's true, but
I can't use COVID as an excuse anymore. I feel like that's out the window these days.
No, plus you've already said you had it. But
right.
Not that anyone listens here. He may already know you're not coming, to be honest. Someone may have ratted you out. But no one told
I kind of thought
no one
that
told
he
Blake.
put the three-way match. He put it in the three-way match because he knew I wouldn't show and he wouldn't have to change the match.
I mean, that's what I would have done.
But nobody's told Blake.
Listen, I pretty much called this. I probably called this on a podcast like 3 months ago or whenever you got booked.
Right.
Because this is your MO, man. You're excited to do it. You're going to do it. And then usually as it gets closer, you start dreading it and hating it and not wanting to do it. And then half the time you'll call out. And the other half, you'll suck it up and do it.
It's weird that that's my MO with wrestling and women. And dating.
Well, do we want to get into that? Because that really does sound like a story we need to tell.
No, we're not getting into that right now. Let's not do that.
We need to set a date for that story. That story's got to happen. But
statute of limitations hasn't passed yet.
I feel like it's long gone. But yeah, it is. We're like, well, let's just say for fiction's sake, you were going to meet some chick that you knew from like one of your social medias, and and I know that like I know your MO, and you were like, I have an opportunity to meet her before our big thing, where we're supposed to meet. And I said, absolutely do not meet her there because then you'll ruin it. And then the big thing will never happen. And so you didn't, and I was right. And yeah, that's a whole nother.
You're right. You're always right.
Listen, this is the theme of the show, basically. I mean, I wish you would call with more, call needing more advice. I would get ahead of some things instead of it always being "I told you so." Yeah,
true. Well, so for everybody that doesn't know, I was supposed to wrestle this Saturday down in South Florida. And our boy Blake only took the booking as the commentator because I was going to be on the show. We would all be there, and it would be a chance for him to call one of my last matches and commentate on it. But now I'm not going. But nobody told him I wasn't going. I assumed he knew. Like, come on. Like, how does he not know?
Because right? he lives in a different reality, and I think he doesn't. He's not like me. I'm kind of like a student of observation here, and I've observed you in the wild, like Jane Goodall with the monkeys, wild. And so I've kind of been able to come up with a profile for you, and I don't think he's paid attention as well, and so he thought you were still coming because you didn't say you weren't. You haven't told J-Dog, and when he did that group thing where he was like, I need music from these people, you were on the list, so obviously even J-Dog still thought you were coming, which would have led Blake to believe you were still coming. But I knew like 3 weeks ago. I just wasn't. I didn't want to jinx it, but I was, And then I thought maybe when Marco and I talked about it on Saturday for the Monday podcast, that he might listen to it because I named the episode "Who Has Gator Boone Ever Beat," which might have piqued his interest because he was kind of involved with that whole online thing too. Right. But apparently he didn't listen to it. And didn't know.
So he asked on our little Facebook group.
Yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday he asked, and you left him hanging. And I tried calling you once, and you like voicemailed me or something. And I called, and then I think I tried calling you again, and you knew why I was calling.
I knew that's what you were calling for, right?
Yeah.
And then I sent a GIF, and it's a guy. I think it was Kevin James, and it said "Enjoy the show."
Yeah, like he's getting up.
And all right. Honestly, though, I don't think he got it. I think only you and Marco got it.
Well, yeah. Well, because we know, like you specifically told us, you still are kind of leaving it vague, like you might be fucking with him. But I think he thinks you're fucking with him on the other way, not the. I think
I'm not coming.
Part of me thinks when he shows up Saturday, he's going to be expecting you. It's so funny. He's like, "What time are you coming in?" Like as if you guys were going to hook up beforehand, or maybe for sure he wasn't going to offering to pick you up from the airport. He's not that kind of guy.
Wow.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm not coming. This is not a joke. It's not a rib. I'm really not coming down there. I mean, I couldn't be more happy about it. And you're happy I'm not coming down there because now you don't have to go to the show.
Right.
Not that you had to go before, but you felt a little obligation.
I felt an obligation because I felt if you were going, that it was more likely Marco was going. And there was no way that the three of you were going and I couldn't skip out. But then once it all started to fall apart, now it's like you're not there, and I'm pretty sure I can by the weekend I'll have eroded Marco's defenses and convinced him it's not worth going.
It's really not. I mean, realistically, it's not. But I love Rusty to death, and there's a couple of factors that go into it. Is one, I am so fat and out of shape, I can't wrestle, get in the ring, referee. I have trouble sitting there for 2 hours watching, let alone anything else. Like
if you weren't on TikTok,
I get out of breath going to the fridge.
If you weren't on TikTok every day, I'd almost say you would be ashamed for the locals to see you like that. But you put yourself out there anyways.
Well, and two, it's a far drive. There's just so many factors.
I would never drive from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale. Basically, I would have flown.
Yeah, too many factors.
If you had flown, I'd come get you.
Yeah, but I don't want to fly because I'm not going to put out all this money to go. You know what I'm saying? Like
all this money. How? Well, now we're getting into the cheap fuck stuff because all this money. When you do two things, how much is gas to drive down to Fort Lauderdale and back? It may be the
plane tickets are ridiculous again.
Well, and also flying. eliminates what? Fucking 18 hours of driving? What's your time worth, buddy?
Yeah, but I also like.
What's your time worth?
Nope. Oh, it's a 10-hour drive.
Right. So you're throwing 20 hours away. That's got to be
Pay
worth
was
something.
never discussed. And,
Oh, yeah.
like,
yeah.
you know, like all that stuff. It's just. I'm gonna stay home and eat.
Listen, in a 3-way match, if you dip out, all you're doing is saving him money. He could still have the match. So you didn't fuck his show up. So.
Right. I'm just gonna tell him that. You know.
Yeah, but you should tell him soon. I mean, that would be the right thing to do. This is like not calling Billy for 5 weeks. I mean, you know, just do it. Blake, you don't have to you don't have to smarten up. But
not for nothing, but Mr. Fives has not reached out to me about what's going on.
Well,
with this wrestling match, so I don't think it's happening anymore.
Do you have? Would you like to say anything else about him? I mean, might as well get it
Is he
out.
on? Shit.
Are you mad? You got he with him? You want to?
No, he's a wonderful, lovely man.
Yeah, no, he'll. I'm sure when he knows something, you'll know something. You know, I mean, also you could just reach out to him. You could go, hey, we got anything in the cooking, or are we not having this match? You could always message him. You could call him too.
But at this point, we're gonna have to have this match in like 2027. Because
why don't we just call him now?
Let's not do that. Like, don't ruin my night.
You sure?
I had a good day today. Can we not ruin it?
You sure? I mean, are you saying having a social call with Billy would ruin your day?
That's not what I'm saying.
Are you saying you don't want to talk to Billy Fives?
No.
I mean, this isn't good, man. He listens to these things. I don't know how to take this. If I was him, I'd be kind of insulted.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Don't do what?
Not today. Not today.
All right. Well, then
you're a real shit starter. You know that?
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, just because you're hungry doesn't mean the world has to.
I'm starving. It hurts.
Doesn't have to respect your feelings.
I'm so hungry. It hurts.
Yeah. If for some reason I don't feel bad for you. I mean, you're such a fat piece of shit. There's no reason to complain about this. Oh, so what else? Yeah. What else you got on your plate, so to speak, fatty?
That's all I got. I just that's my day. I'm really trying to get home and get some food. I just don't know what to eat, and
I'm surprised because I would think as hungry as you are and as fat as you are that you usually are thinking about. You're usually thinking 2 meals ahead about what you're having, anyways. That you wouldn't have.
I have a $55 Ale House gift card.
Oh my god! Well, you should go and when whatever you get, ask for the sweet potato fries.
I think it's prime rib night, pal.
Is it? I thought that was Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, it's Thursday.
Today's
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Is it Tuesdays and Thursdays? Or just Thursday? I don't
know. Maybe it's just Thursday. I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
You could get some chicken zingers on some fries. And
oh yeah, and a nice Captain Jack's buried treasure after.
Oh God, you fat pig!
Me and Captain Jack.
How does that travel when you get an ice cream dessert to go?
Oh, so you don't know the new gimmick there, do you?
No.
So they now sell Captain Jack's buried treasure ice cream that you can take home with you. They just take it all and put it into an ice cream form in a container.
Is that just as good? I kind of like the idea of.
It is. It's just as good. It may even be. It's different because it's not like the actual, ice cream on the brownie gimmick. It's all into a thing.
Yeah, mixed. So, it might be different than like when you can see. There's something to that dessert is like a giant brownie, and when I say a giant brownie, it's like maybe 12 by 12 inch square. It's big.
Yeah,
it's like easily. Or 10 by 10, something like that. And then like a couple of scoops of ice cream and whipped cream and whatever. And the thing is that, and like maybe like chocolate syrup also. The thing is that when you eat it like that, not only do you have the warm brownie and the cold ice cream, but each bite you can like kind of change the ratios around. You know what I mean? When you get it all kind of like a Ben and Jerry's flavor, I'm not sure that's as good. I don't know.
it's as good, but it's different. It's not the same as having like it's two different things. It's good,
Yeah.
but yeah. Speaking of good and not good and mediocre, I totally finished on Sunday the bag of Krispy Kreme popcorn.
Yeah.
I killed it.
Yeah. That same
Yeah.
bag? Or did you get a new one?
To stop. Well, I look in the pantry. I was watching this stupid show Manifest. I can't stop watching, and I said I needed a snack, but I didn't want like a meal. And I said, "No, let me finish the bag off." I wiped it off all right.
Yeah.
I was eating the crumbs out of that shit.
Yeah, you must have really hated it.
I didn't say I didn't think it was life changing like all you weirdos said.
It's a game changer. Win the popcorn game.
Game changer. Game changer.
It's
Man.
Well,
Yeah,
so
people texting me. He's right. It's a game changer. I was like, you
right.
fucking. What game are you playing?
Once again.
Sims? Come on.
I'm right. You're wrong. So let's rewind a second. What were you watching all weekend?
Okay. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. My dad, two people actually. My dad first. My mom and dad were like, "You got to watch this show, Manifest." I blew them off.
What was it called?
Then
Manifest?
Manifest, right? I'll get to it in a second. Then the great Howard Brody calls me. He goes, "Hey, you gotta watch Netflix." I said, "No, I don't watch TV." "You gotta watch Manifest." I said, "You're the second. Meet you and my parents." He's like, "You gotta watch it. The greatest show." He gets all excited. So I said, "All right." And then I wasn't gonna watch it. Then my dad called and he's like, "Season 3's on Hulu. Do you have a Hulu?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a Hulu account." And then my dad called me back and he's like, "Never mind, I signed up for Hulu." I was like, Jesus, you really must want to watch this. So, and my dad doesn't watch TV like that. So I said, let me see what it's all about.
And for your dad to like buy a subscription to Hulu
right.
when you have an account already.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, let me give it a shot. This has got to be okay. Saturday, I turn it on. Next thing I know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I am on episode 14 out of 16.
And they're hour long, right?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
45 minutes, yeah. And I am on 14 of 16, and I had to go to bed. I was like, I got to go to bed. I woke up Sunday, and I went live for a little bit, and then I turned it on. I killed 14 through 16, and then I went to season 2. I'm on episode 6 now.
Jesus. You're out of
season
control.
2.
So this is how you spend your evenings now, watching Manifest for this week.
Well, so Saturday, the kids were like, "Are we eating dinner?" I was like, "Dinner? It's like 1 o'clock." Lex like, "It's definitely 6:30." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I ordered pizza because I wasn't cooking at that point.
Right.
I got pizza. I got some chicken parm sub. I got some pasta, whatever. We ordered a bunch of Italian food. The funny thing is that I ordered sushi for lunch that day, and then for dinner I ordered pizza because I didn't want to cook because I was so invested in the show. So it's a show about. Do you know what it's about?
I've seen the previews when it originally started on NBC. Like it's like flight that disappears and reappears 5 years later.
Flight 828. Flight 828.
Sure.
It disappears in the air for 5 years. They're called 828ers.
Okay.
Right. So they don't know. People don't know if they're zombies, they're dead, they're alive, they're real. They disappeared for 5 years in the sky.
But like for them, it's only been like a
flight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they've not aged. And my service may cut out here. Warning: this part of that I'm driving. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sometimes it cuts out right here. I don't want you to get upset with me.
I mean, I won't be upset, but I'm sure everyone's on pins and needles with your Manifest show here. That if they were to miss some information, they might get upset.
Well, but here's the thing. I made a TikTok about it, and I was talking about it. There's like 5-6 other people now watching it because of me. I'm a manifester.
Are you?
I call myself.
It sounds like you're you're literally becoming an influencer.
I am an influencer, and especially when it comes to the manifest.
I guess maybe they should be paying you.
They should. The manifest writers should pay me. I heard it got canceled though, so I don't know how good it really is.
Well, it's probably like kind of expensive, and
I'm invested. It's a sci-fi conspiracy, and you know me and conspiracy theories.
Yeah, you've got the tin hat, and not even one of the snapbacks. You've got the fitted Tin hat.
Fitted tin hat.
Tinfoil hat.
Homemade. Yeah. So I'm addicted. So I am gonna watch a couple episodes tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
gotta
okay.
finish the series.
This is. I mean, it does nothing for me. I have. That's what's funny is I watch all that shit. I watch all the sci-fi, fantasy, horror. Like if if it doesn't have like monsters or spaceships or explosions, I'm not interested in it. So I watch all that shit, and that literally is like one of the only shows I decided not to watch is that one.
You're missing out, pal.
I mean, maybe, but I watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of TV. So
You'd shit all over it. You'd shit all over it.
why?
Don't watch it. Don't watch it because you're an asshole.
But I like that.
Don't even watch it.
Yeah, but I like that kind of stuff. So who knows?
Don't ruin it for all of us, us A2-haters, okay?
Yeah. How would I ruin it? It's been out for 3 years.
Because you're a jerk and you'll make bad comments about it, and we're all invested. Like we're actually going to start a Manifest E28 like fan club.
Oh yeah, you're so full of shit. You couldn't be bothered to do any of that. That all sounds like way too much work for you.
Way too much work.
It's like this podcast. You're like, yeah, let's do a podcast, and then you're just like, all right, just let me know when we're recording.
People ask me, how did you start the pod? How did this podcast come about? Like they ask me at work a lot, and I go, I don't know. One day my buddy called because I was furloughed, and he's like, "You want to start the podcast we've been talking about for years?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And we started the podcast, and when he calls me, I just do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're like, well, who puts the stuff? Like, who does the editing? And I go, oh, I don't know. I don't do anything. I just talk, and then he does everything.
I'm just a talent.
I was like, I'm the face. That's all.
You're lucky I don't have any real ambition to like
do anything.
Well, no, to like to replace you with somebody that's a little more of either a contributor to the other aspects or with more star power. Right.
The worst part is you got two of us because Marco is just don't play like he isn't. He's just like me.
Oh no,
he comes, he does it, and we're lucky sometimes if he shows up. I got to step in a couple times.
Do you understand? This is my second podcast today. I had to record the one we normally record Saturday.
What?
Today with him because he blew off Saturday. Then Sunday he did the one for Monday, and said I'll come over Monday night to do the one that uploads Tuesday. So he no showed, no called. And so we now recorded that Tuesdays. We recorded today, and I'm going to upload it Thursday instead because this is what I'm doing.
You got a bunch of deadbeats working with you.
I mean, Jesus Christ, it is like hurting.
Whose fault is this? That's your fault, pal.
It's
You're
like
the common denominator here.
It's hurting cats, man. Yeah, God forbid if I had Blake on board too. We started one with him, and then we ended it on the same one. So thank God for that because. God forbid. That was the good one. That would have been juicy. But man, talk about not giving a fuck. If people think it's hard listening to your podcast with the air conditioner blowing or driving through tunnels and losing reception, that fucking guy was doing it while he was walking by the beach and and was like hanging out under the fucking drawbridge and the bells were clanging and cars were honking and what a fucking nightmare that was. That was one and done, pal. Plus, he talked like he got a little too juicy with that one, and then I think literally after that one uploaded, before we did another one, all the Me Too shit started coming out, and he's like, I can't talk about this shit right now. I won't be able to work in the business anymore.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna do?
It's a good thing no one books him anyway.
What's funny is people do book him for the amount of effort he puts into getting booked. I mean, I guess he's pretty talented because they call him anyways. But
he is talented.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he's one of those guys really just relying on the talent. There's no fucking hustle in that guy.
You really hang around with bunch of deadbeats.
Yeah. It's not helping my productivity either. Believe me.
No, right. We're like the Goonies squad.
And literally, I'm like, this is all I work on. My other thing is I have one investment I'm waiting to pay off on. It's like sitting here staring at a lottery ticket. I have this AMC stock that was supposed to blow up 3 months ago, and I'm still waiting. I just stare at the fucking screen every day, poking it with a stick, saying, "Do something."
Come on, move.
Yeah, but once it does, that's my year's income. But right now, I'm scraping in the couch for change so I can eat.
And eating Hello Fresh meals.
Yeah, well, I mean, those are good. Those are healthy. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, sure. Huh?
What? It's better.
No, you're right.
It's better.
No, you are a beacon of health, my friend.
Hey, it's better than what you're doing to your body.
I can't argue that.
That's true. You can't. You can't argue anything.
I got, now we're back to calling me fat again. I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this. You guys better get on the program soon. Otherwise, I'm going to start calling the Earls of the world and seeing if they want to do podcasts instead. Call people that already have a built-in audience, so I don't have to I don't have to get out on
here we go
on A1A in my bikini trying to get views for this thing.
Let's get Earl on one day. Let's get Earl on.
Yeah, you want to talk to Earl? What do you want to talk to Earl about?
I don't know. He popped for my Disco Inferno TikTok.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can trade rat stories, or that, or you can ask him when he's gonna start wrestling.
Right. I mean, he's got to be better than AJ Francis. Come on.
I mean, he probably is, and ironically, AJ Francis is on 2 WWE shows.
Right.
So the sky's the limit. All right, this is inside baseball stuff. We'll I
right,
guess
yeah, nobody wants to hear this shit.
No. But I guess I'll talk to you on Thursday unless
I'm free Thursday. My visit ends tomorrow's my last day of my visit, my corporate visit. So Thursday I'll either be in a really good mood or I'll be, passing out my resume.
Well, yeah, right. I was gonna say either you'll be unemployed or demoted or promoted. There's no nothing. But in any of those three situations, you won't be hungry.
I'm starving. I gotta go.
No, I know, but I'm saying by the time they leave that day, you'll probably eat 3 times before I get a hold of you. All right, fatty. Well, go.
Right.
Where are you going? Are you going to Publix?
I think I'm gonna go to wrangle these kids up and go to Ale House.
Ah, good call. All right. Well,
right.
Don't spend that gift card all in one place.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye, cheapie.